There's been much coverage about Donald Trump's various indictments, his surrender in Georgia to be fingerprinted and to have his mugshot taken. All of these things are a very different animal for Donald Trump than they would be for you or me, or for the fake electors who are being charged, or for anyone else who is being charged and prosecuted for crimes. Now, these are criminal charges. Therefore, it is something new for Donald Trump. It's not something he can just pay a fine for. As the saying goes, if the penalty for a given crime is a fine, then it is legal for anyone who is rich enough to pay the fine as a cost of doing business, which has been Donald Trump's case for decades. Now, say, for example, let's talk about the false electors, the fake electors, for just a moment. They are having a terrible time with their legal bills. They have no super PACs to come in and save them. They don't have huge online presence to be able to go out and drum up money from people who believe in their cause. They are being just devastated with their legal expenses. And that is why almost everyone who is in prison under criminal charges is there because they're not wealthy enough. They are there because they had to sign the confession. Oh, no, they didn't have to sign it. The prosecutor told them they didn't have to sign it. Yes, they had to sign it. They have no other option. But Donald Trump is a different individual from all the people in prison and from the fake electors who are being prosecuted. Every time Donald Trump comes into a new indictment or is charged with a new crime, he goes online and raises another $10 million. All of these things are just opportunities to take more money from his gullible maggots. And they will continue sending him that money. It doesn't matter if he's found guilty or innocent. It doesn't matter if he surrenders to Georgia. The money will keep flowing in. The point of the game is to become president again, so he cannot be prosecuted from that point. Now, he is going to be the Republican nominee for president unless between now and 2024, he is found guilty and imprisoned. That is a big and. No one's ever found a way to put someone in prison with a bunch of federal Secret Service guys surrounding him all the time. That'll be a new event. If he goes to prison, then I do not think he can run a successful campaign from prison. But the bottom line is, he's got a huge uphill battle to win the presidency that I don't think he can scale. The person who is already in office, the incumbent, Joe Biden, they almost always win re-election. The reason Trump didn't win a second term is that nobody remembers how terribly unpopular he was when he was president. What a clown he was when he was president. He lost the presidency when he shouldn't have. Presidents, more often than not, serve 8 years rather than 4. When you have the bully pulpit of the presidency, you have a great advantage over your opponent. And usually the person who is already president wins a second term. So I don't think Donald Trump can overcome those obstacles. I don't think he can scale that summit. And he may well be the Republican nominee, at which point, who knows, hopefully the prosecutions will continue the way they would for you or me. But he's hoping to become president again to avoid accountability for that. He will lose Now, he will win the Republican nomination for president, but because as I've always said, it's the most committed Republicans who vote, or of any party, the most committed people vote for the primaries. And once he's won the primary, then he'll be the Republican nominee for president, but he will lose the election to Joe Biden. And at that point, or sooner, hopefully, we will find out whether he will be held criminally responsible under penal servitude to account and to pay for his crimes.